Hey guys, it's Sniff, and I am bringing you the M14 Hunter, my first looks on it, and it's sweet. I like it. I love all M14 series guns, however I hold a strange relationship with them where I recognize that basically all of them are amazing, save for the GP ones, but all of them are amazing, but you just, for some reason, don't use them. Don't know why that is. Maybe someone can explain it to me, but it just feels weird. I recognize that they're amazing guns, but just I don't use them. So, getting onto the stats though, I'll be comparing it to the sister variant, the M14 SC, also an X standard. The damage has been increased by a point to 51. Obviously, this is an incredibly strong 3-hit kill. If someone's wearing a recon vest or light vest, they're going to get 2 shot to the chest. I don't know if you can, tank this from the 3 shot ever. The only thing that I can really think about is if it's a damage drop off from extreme distances, which I'll get to later, or there's nothing else, just damage drop off really. So getting on to the other stats, it's been decreased, the portability's been decreased by 5 points to 55, although it still feels like a pretty fast gun. Still definitely you can run with it, although the weight is definitely there. I wouldn't call it a rushable gun, but it's something you can run with, absolutely. The fire rate has been increased by 5 to 60, and of course this just makes it incredibly good in close quarters. It doesn't really fare too well in medium range. The scope on it is an L9 scope, so it has the L9 magnification, and along with the high vertical recoil, it just doesn't go mid-range too well. But close range, it is definitely viable. If you're trying to use this like a sniper rifle, you can do that too. It's a very quick kill. And speaking of sniper rifles, I will transition smoothly to the accuracy, which is stayed the same at 91. There is definitely bullet deviation, however, for the first few shots it is very centered. It doesn't really get too bad until you start spamming it, which I'll put somewhere on the video. You'll notice that I was on a person, but the bullet deviation, I just missed all of my shots, so you have to slow down every couple of shots and let the spread resettle before starting shooting again. However, that's not too much of a problem. Neither is shooting in bursts, because the recoil is sexy. 1 point down from the M14 SE to 68, and that is definitely noticeable. It is a fairly high vertical recoil, but it also recovers very quickly. It jumps high and gets back down low. Just very quick. You can definitely tap fire this gun very easily and hit most of your targets. It almost feels like seal clubbing when you get to some of the further ranges, and it is definitely a good switch if you want if you want to counter snipe, or if you want essentially a sniper with a crosshair, a semi-auto sniper with a crosshair. You'll hit most of those shots killing in 3. However, the 4th shot is not too far behind if they tank due to the damage drop off, which can get a little silly sometimes, but those ranges are pretty far. You're looking Snow Valley type ranges, so you don't have to worry too much if you're just on oil rig or something about damage drop off. You'll still hit those 3 shot kills pretty consistently. The ammo count has also been increased by 20 rounds. It now holds 80 rounds, fairly sure that's the amount. You can put an extended mag 1 on it. I prefer to do that. It doesn't really affect the reload time at all, and you get those 10 extra shots, which is incredibly important, especially if you want to use it for CQB. You can put a suppressor on it. Don't know why you would. You can't put a scope on it, and it has an L9 scope, and the animation with it is really nice. I like the lens cap with the smiley face with the bullet hole in the center. I just adore that. It is a really good touch and very combat armsy. As I said, you can put an extended mag on it, which you should, and other than that, it's a very powerful DMR. It's a very powerful long-range rifle. It's a very powerful close-range rifle. Obviously, you don't want to just spray like crazy because the bloom on this gun does get pretty high if you spray. Not as high as the other variants I found, like the M14 SC does much worse than CQB because of the 5 points lower fire rate and the higher recoil. So I like this gun. I want to say balanced because it can't go mid-range. I'd say pair it up with a very strong mid-range assault rifle, and you have a very good gun on your hands. Very good setup as well. And yeah, so I'm going to call the review off there, and this is Sniff.